Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Uh, one of the things that I thought was really kind of cool is, boy, and you hear people talk about it. It says, man, if I know what I know now, if I knew that, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, stuff like that, man, I mean, my life would be completely different. And, but that is really the reason why I make my videos. Now, I understand a lot of people don't go through all the kind of stuff that I go through. I understand that. And I think some of the reasons is because they don't know what I know. And if I will fall right back to, if I would have known this 20 years ago, I wouldn't have done this or I would have done that. And the thing is, I've never been, nothing has ever scared me in the way of, I'll get involved in this, I'll do this, I'll do that. And the reason is, well, one thing is I'm a little bit more bold than most. And but the thing is, seeing I've got my dyslexia stuff where I don't read too well, I have to make up for it by doing things. So if I was scared to do things, where would I learn? Because like I say, the reading part, I can't read it. And I learned a long time ago that the movies and TV don't even come close to reality. And I mentioned that when I was talking about in Vietnam, we would watch, combat movies, and we would laugh because they weren't nothing like real combat. And so here I was, 18 years old. I already knew that by 18. So you don't use the movies for learning, so it's their entertainment. That's really what they are. And so that's why most of my stuff, my videos, are more documentary type stuff, where I'm just telling stories, I'm sharing things that happened and how, the results of it, and this type of stuff. So and it's because one of the things that got me when I was younger, I made a lot of mistakes, and I always thought, okay, if these old Chinamen, now I know y'all aren't Chinamen, but in my culture, we respect our elders, and our history, our culture. You see these wise old men, and so they're real knowledgeable. So I always wondered, well, why don't they tell me things? Why do they make me make all these mistakes? And it's funny because now I'm one of these old men, and it's basically the same thing. I just let these youngins just make their mistakes. That's why I like these videos, because I'm able to make the video and make these youngins think. And then when they make the mistake, they don't have to make it all that bad, And then also when they see the video, that will open their mind. So when the mistake is coming, they can say, I can see where we're going with this. Mike talked about this. And then when they can see it developing, this mistake developing, and they can quit before it completely, fully develops into something that your life will change, not to the good. I have people say, well, I've only done one bad thing. I've only done one bad thing. And well, most of the time they don't do a damn thing, so that's why they're scared of doing the bad thing. So, but like I say, these people that have only done one bad thing, there's a lot of those. You'll find them in the prison all the time. You go talk to these prisoners, they'll tell you, these ex-cons, well, I've only done one bad thing. No, they were only caught. Maybe they only were caught once. Some are caught repeatedly. They're a little bit. They don't learn from their mistakes, and so, but that one mistake can completely change your life. and just like this going on. This is a mistake, and I do a lot of mistakes, and some I have to pay like this. But I learn from all of my mistakes, and that's why I make the videos, to kind of help people open their minds. Don't be scared. Do things, and like I say, there's a big world out there. We got a lot of things we can be doing, and but we don't want to get ourselves stuck in a rut, because the time will come when you're going to look back and you're going to say, man, I wish I would have done this, I wish I would have done that. And because I've had that happens to me a lot. I have people say, well, I want to do like you, I want to do this, I want to do that. Well, what have you done to prepare? And that's what we talk about. We prepare, we do things, and we do little baby steps to prepare. And these baby steps get more and more and more until finally we look back and we've done things, we've learned things, and now we're ready to do more. And that's what you need to do more. Be open, be ready to learn. And I talk about that all the time. You can go to school and you'll be taught something, but you're not going to learn a damn thing. You've got to get your hands dirty. You got to get your hands involved. You got to be involved, and that's how you're going to learn something. And don't be scared about not doing it. There's so many things out there we can do. And even now, I still look for more adventures that I want to prepare for and get ready. And they're bigger adventures. Why are they bigger? Because I've done all the little steps to do. Some of these little steps were little adventures. And I'm moving on to more and more, bigger, more, all the time. But I say, you think, if I would have known this 20 years ago, I'm telling you that now. So don't wait and say, 20 years ago, Mike told me you done screwed up again. How many screw ups you want to do? There's nothing wrong with being screwing up, but you don't want to make a life of screwing up. And so there's a lot of people like me that have stories to tell. Now, they might not be like me directly telling you these stories. There'll be stories you watch people and you see. Those people are made up for what they did in the past. Look, ask questions, see what they do, and that will tell you what they wish they would have known 20 years ago. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.